Tonight is on a island. It's about time we're making up. I told you wasn't with me waking up. Now you said I think.
Hello and welcome back to a brand new video. So today's video is something that has been on my mind for the last couple of days, and I just wanted to touch on it because I feel like it's kind of like one of those harsh truths that we need to really like sit with and understand, especially if you are a woman who dates men specifically. I feel like this is an important thing to get through your head as you get older and, you know, relationships start to get more serious and things start to get more serious, you know, just to understand this. So the title of this video is "You Are Special, but You're Not Special." And the reason I wanted to say that statement is because I feel like a lot of women believe that they are the exception to the rule. Okay, there are a lot of women who sit up, you know, with their chest out and their chin up high, and they really do believe that, you know, a man would never hurt them the way he hurt another woman, or, you know, they will never experience certain types of heartbreaks or disloyalty or whatever the case may be. And while there are some women who might not ever experience that, there are majority of women are going to experience that at some point of their life, especially if you're dating a man. It's just something that happens to almost everybody that I know, or that you know probably. A lot of women believe that because they look a certain type of way, or they have certain careers, or they're making certain type of money, or we've even heard women say, you know, my sex is too good for a man to ever do me, you know, a certain type of way. They live in this delusion where they just really believe that they are some type of exception to a rule, and it's just absolutely not true. And it's not good to live in that type of delusion. I've always said, be delusional in your career, be delusional in your personal goals, be delusional in things like that, in your kids. If you have kids, you know, want the best for them, whatever. But do not be delusional when it comes to men and relationships. When it comes to men and relationships, you need to be logical, and you need to take things for face value and for what they are. Now, I know that I am special, right? And you know that you're also special. We all have very special things about us. You know, we have characteristics and traits that make us special. Some of us can be very nurturing, empathetic. Some of us are very intelligent. We all have different things that does actually make us special as a person. But all because you view yourself as special and as wonderful and all of these great things does not necessarily mean that other people see us in that manner. You know, other people might not see us like that. Other people might not ever experience to see that side of us. So they're not going to see us in the way that we see ourselves. So knowing that, you understand that because everyone is not going to see you that way and actually get to experience how special you are, they might do things to hurt you or be disloyal to you, and you cannot, you know, internalize that. You can't, you know, project that onto yourself, or internalize other people's actions towards you to yourself. Like I said, I know that I'm special, but I know that I'm not an exception. I know that I'm this wonderful woman, and I could be a great wife, a great girlfriend, all of these things. That does not mean that a man is not capable of hurting me. That does not mean that a man is not capable of being disloyal to me. That does not mean that a man won't take advantage of me or try to take advantage of me. So because of that, I understand and I know that I'm not an exception. The way that a man hurt another woman, he is capable of hurting me too. You could be the most beautiful, smartest, fun, amazing, wonderful woman to a man, and he will not spit on you if you were on fire the next day. Like, that's how they treat a lot of women. We've seen it time and time again too. You know, women get sick, get cancer or whatever, and men will leave their wives to die, you know, the moment they're no longer beneficial. We've seen it, you know, men get successful, get rich, and they leave the woman that helped them build that company or build that business up, and for another woman. We see it all the time. Men will leave you in a heartbeat. They don't care about how special you are. They don't care about what you got going on. They don't care about what you sacrifice. If they no longer see a benefit in you, or if they think there's maybe a better option out there for them, they're going to leave you high and dry. And that's just something you have to realize and understand, and not be delusional thinking that it cannot happen to you. With that being said, I don't want you to live, in fear, thinking that every man is out to hurt you and get you, because that is absolutely not true. And you are what you attract. Understand that there are wonderful men out there who will love you the way you need to be loved, and provide and protect for you in the way that they need to. And you have to be open to receive that. You cannot receive that if you're living in fear or thinking that every man is out to get you, because that's just not the way it works. And do not project these things in your relationships. If you are in a relationship currently and you have no reason to doubt your partner or second guess your relationship, don't start projecting your insecurities onto the relationship, trying to find issues or whatever the case may be. Learn to accept and receive the love that you deserve, and give people the benefit of the doubt until they prove to you that they are no longer trustworthy. So that's an important concept that you have to understand as well. Like, know that things can happen to you, but don't live your life in fear that they will happen to you, because they might not. You never know when it's your time to be with the love of your life, or be with a man who actually cares and cares about you dearly. So don't self-sabotage, those type of situations. The thing about being an adult is that as we get older and older and we want certain things in our life, we always think about the other outcome, right? So if you want a certain type of career, for example, or if you have a business and you want to scale it to a certain type of level, you don't only think about one way to achieve that goal. You think about the multitude of different options and routes that you can go to achieve this certain goal. So that is how I want you to approach your relationships with men. If you date men, you need to, want a goal, which is a healthy, happy, successful relationship, but understand that, it might not work out with this person, or this person might hurt me. So if that were to happen, what do I have set in stone or set in place so the least amount of damage can be done in those situations? Because we know that when women get heartbroken, not only does your emotions get affected, our physical, our mental, and our financial gets affected as well. This is why it's so important for you to always put yourself first in your relationships, especially if it's just a boyfriend. If you don't take anything from this video, this little part I really want you to understand and get, right? Because a lot of you guys have been taught to give and give and give and prove and sacrifice so much for men and for relationships. And I'm telling you right now, that is not a smart thing to do if he is just your boyfriend, because a boyfriend holds no weight in the real world, okay? Understand, a boyfriend is just that, a boyfriend. That is not a husband, that is not a fiance, that is not anything but a boyfriend. So he can be your boyfriend today, he can leave you tomorrow, and there's nothing that you can do about it. That holds no weight. It's not like a husband that he can't just get up and leave. Like, there's legal things that need to be taken care of, things that need to get moved around. Like, it's not that easy to just leave if you're a husband, versus if you're a boyfriend. If he decides he doesn't want to be your boyfriend anymore, that's what the decision is, and you won't have anything to show for it. So that is why I always will tell you guys to not sacrifice so much for boyfriends. There are so many women who sacrifice so much to prove themselves to these boyfriends, and they end up getting hurt or end up getting left, and it's never smart. Never sacrifice your career, your goals, your money, your business, your dreams. Stop moving across countries and to different cities, leaving behind your support, your family, your friends for a boyfriend, okay? not a fiance, not the father of your child, not a husband, but a boyfriend. That's never going to work in your favor. If you are just boyfriend and girlfriend, your wants and your needs need to be on the forefront before his wants and his needs. Stop trying to prove so much to this boyfriend. Stop trying to prove to this boyfriend that you are a wife and you're this and you're that. Stop doing that. I know this might sound a little bit weird, but honestly, give the least amount possible if you can with a boyfriend. Keep your wants and your needs in the forefront before his. Do not lose sight of your goals. Do not lose sight of an education. If you're pursuing an education, don't stop going to school. Don't start pursuing your business. Don't stop going to the gym. Don't stop making your own money. Don't stop taking care of your looks and your appearances. Always upgrade, always elevate. Every single day you need to be getting better and better and better at whatever it is that you're doing. Never sacrifice that for a boyfriend, because if that relationship ends up failing, at least you still have all of this here that you've been working on. So your bounce back game is going to be strong. You're not going to be feeling taken advantage of. You're not going to be feeling as hurt. That is why a lot of people end up feeling so hurt when their relationships end. Is because they've given so much. They've sacrificed so much of themselves, so much of their dreams, of their own personal goals, wants, and needs. That is why they feel so cheated and hurt when relationships end. That's why my last relationship was so hard for me to get over, because I had given up so much of my own self for this person, for them to just be like, I don't want to be with you anymore. I don't want this relationship anymore. You know, so you need to think about that. You need to, think about how you want your relationships to be. Always put yourself first. Stop sacrificing so much for a man that is not your husband. And even if he is your husband, I still wouldn't recommend that you sacrifice too much. But if he's your husband, there are things that you're going to have to compromise, because that is not your husband. But a boyfriend, you don't compromise. A boyfriend, you don't settle. A boyfriend, you don't sacrifice. For those things, you always put yourself first. Always. Because if things go left, at least you still have all of this here, and you're not going to feel cheated and taken advantage of. You can look back and say, well, things didn't work out, but at least I still have this wonderful career. At least I still have all of my money that I worked hard for. At least I still have my education. At least I still have all of these other things that I can continue to focus on. And now I have more time to focus on these things, and I don't have to focus on this person anymore. So I'm hurt, whatever, but life moves on. That's how you want to view, relationships when things end. Not, how could this happen to me? How could he do this to me? Oh my God, what am I going to do? No. If things don't work out, they don't work out. That means somebody else is out there for you that's better, that is going to love you and see how special you really, really are. So I hope this video was helpful. I know that, this might not rub some people the right way, because like I said, so many people have been taught to just believe that there are some type of exception to a rule. And it's important to realize that we're not. Anything can happen to anybody. Life will humble you very, very quickly. And it's better to think about everything that can happen versus be naive and be delusional and think that things can't happen. I'd rather be prepared than not prepared. This is not, again, to say to live your life in fear and be like, oh, every man is out to get me or hurt me. No, it's not how you want to live. But understand that, anything can happen. So what are you going to do in your personal life, and what are you going to do to make sure that if something is to go left in your relationship, the least amount of damage is done? That is what you need to think about. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time for the next video. Make sure you guys are following me on TikTok and on Instagram, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you.